Think new construction is more expensive than resale? Not anymore. I'm Lauren, and this is Raul with the Schrader Group. And today we're talking about how the game has completely changed between resale and new construction home prices. Why are new construction homes now competitive with resale?
Yeah, I think we got to look at it at a big scope, right? So we look at nationwide from 2010 to 2019. Historically, new home construction was about $66,000 more than a resale home. But with what happened over the market and everything like that, interest rates kind of, drove it in another direction. So what builders are doing is they got to figure out ways to sell homes. And what we're seeing in our market here in San Antonio and our metro is actually for the first time in a long time, we're seeing that the cost of a new home is actually cheaper than a pre-existing home. Right now, on average, a pre-owned home is about $391. In retrospect to a brand new home that's perfect at about $339 or a $52,000 delta. So there's a gap right there, mainly because builders are reducing because they got cost of carrying the home, interest, all the fees that go into holding that house. So they're looking at trying to turn some inventory. And for the first time in a long, long time, we've actually seen that disparity.
So you kind of touched on it, but what are some perks that builders are offering right now?
What aren't they offering at this point? It's one of those things that if you're looking for an affordable rate, they're a great option right now because they're offering. I've seen some from $299 interest, and they tier it up, or I've seen a fixed at a 4.5 interest rate. But right now our par is at a 6.25.
Right.
So if you're looking for affordability, new construction is probably the way to go. We're starting to see a little bit of trends in the market saying that the rates are starting to come down, or at least they're stable to where they're not going up any higher. But the thought process is when we get through the end of this year, rolling into 2026, probably midway point, we're going to start seeing that the rates are going to be a little bit more competitive to where, the resales will be more of an option. But they still got to compete with some of these loans that are assumable and things like that. So there's just a lot of different things going on in the market. But assistance with closing costs is a big one that the builders are offering. And then the design center costs. I mean, there's just credits all over the place. So if you know what you're looking for, right now is a really, really good time to buy. Get with someone that knows the industry inside and out.
It definitely is. So how do warranties compare from resale and new construction?
Well, there's a lot of warranties, right? When we look at resale, it depends on how old the house is, right? Because I think that's a big part of it. Because if it's 1 or 2 years, you probably still have 8 or 9 years left on the structural warranty. So that's good. But let's just say, apples to apples, you get a pre-owned versus a new house. A pre-owned, you got to deal with whatever's going on with the house. Now, you might be able to get a home warranty that the seller might pay for. You might get one from your agent or whatnot, which is going to cover your mechanicals, your HVAC, your electrical, things, components in that facet, like your appliances, right? If the oven goes out or the AC goes out, you could get something taken care of for you. Now, on the flip side, with the new construction, you're going to get a 1-year front door to back door warranty on most builders. Some actually offer a 2-year on that, but then you're going to get your mechanicals, your electrical, your plumbing, your HVAC, all those components together covered in case anything happens, right? And then you get the structural warranty that kind of gives you that peace of mind that, hey, I'm protected for a long, long time.
What makes new homes a better long-term value?
Yeah, so I think when we look at new homes, I think of conservation, I think of energy efficiencies, I think about that monthly payment, right? Because I know when I got my new home, my bill went from like a $400 or $500 down to like $150. So I was already seeing that immediate savings. I also think that you're just getting a newer concept, a newer design, which is really cool because the flow of the house is to the modern standards. You're getting OE3 windows. I mean, you're getting all the newer stuff in the house. And I think it just flows a little bit better. I do like the home smart features. I think that just coming with the house, for me, I like everything to be dummy proof just because I'll mess up or fumble somewhere. So it's already pre-ready to go. I mean, I could change my AC thermostat from my app or my phone, open my garage door. I mean, it's just one of those cool things that allows you to get ahead of the times because, I mean, you've got a brand new product.
Mm-hmm. So for those considering new construction, the Schrader Group offers a couple programs to make that process easier. Can you touch on some of the programs?
Yeah, so one of the programs that we use a lot is what we call our Lease Buyout. We realize that we are number one destination for military. A lot of people PCS down here or get relocated here. Sometimes, you want to move to San Antonio, but you just don't want to buy a house, right? So what do? You go get an apartment, and then you realize, what was I thinking? I don't want to be spending $2,000 a month to a landlord that I'm never going to get any money back. Or you're renting a house that might be too small for you, and you're giving $2,500 a month to nothing, right? You're never going to get any of that money back. So we offer a lease buyout where we'll evaluate the lease and see what we could do to assist you in getting out of that lease to where you could get into a new home and start building equity for you and your household.
Even if I have 8 months left on the lease?
Even if you have 8 months, we'll look at, there's a lot of laws that come into place, and we could kind of figure out a way to help you out and try to guide you through the process. That way we could get you moving in 30 days rather than waiting 8 dreadful months to get to where you need to be. I mean, some people even have a 2-year contract, right? So there's ways that we can help out. We got, every case is case by case, just depends on who wrote the lease. But there's plenty of ways that we can assist to get you and your household moving in the right direction and start building that equity that's going to continue to transition into a legacy for you and your household.
Yeah, tell us about the Move Up program.
Yeah, so our Move Up program is designed for households that are already looking and living in a home, but they're looking for something bigger, maybe downsizing, upsizing, or right-sizing is what I like to call it. But essentially, we need to get the obligation of that current mortgage out of their name so that they could go ahead and purchase the new house. We have our Move Up program where we save you monies in between when you contract on a new construction home, and we're able to offset some of the costs in selling to allow you to get into a new home smoother and that peace of mind and knowing things are going to be okay.
So what happens if they found their dream home and they're all excited, but they have that fear that, oh, well, what if my home doesn't sell?
Sure. So we go a step further. I like to call it the insurance program, right? What if is the way I like to say it. So our guaranteed sales program, or GSP is what we call it, is a program that we guarantee to buy the house if it doesn't sell by the time the new house is ready or completed. So that stress factor of what if it doesn't sell, what happens if we can't get rid of it, are we going to lose all our monies and everything like that, all that stress is removed with our program. And not only are we removing the program with an offer, we're actually backing up with a third-party appraisal. So not only am I figuring out numbers at the table and say, this is muscle metal is where we're going to be, I'm also going to say, we're going to get a third-party appraiser out here because we want to make sure that you're protected at all times. So that third-party appraisal is what sets the bar, and we guarantee to buy it at a 95% where that evaluation is as a sales price. And then, of course, all the traditional fees that align with that.
Yeah, and that's so awesome that they have all the numbers, all the facts in front of them.
It's very clear, and we're not, going to wishy-washy backtrack or anything like that. We've been in business for over 44 years now, and the whole thought process is trust and integrity, and that's what we've built our brand on. And this program is really what sets us apart. And we've been doing this for over 25 years just in this program. So it's really, really
good. And it's been very successful.
It has been. It's been very great.
And then there's also the express sale program.
Yeah, so with the market turning and changing, we understand that convenience is key. There's a lot of iBuyers out there. So we did it a little bit differently. We went through a channel of investors that are going to come in and say, hey, we'll offer to buy this house at this rate. And if that works for the family, then we'll entertain it. But we also have the other programs that can be a stepping stone down the road to kind of help out in between. But nonetheless, we do offer an investor option, which is what that would be at the Express Buy program.
Who should consider resale and who benefits from new construction?
Well, I think there's benefits to both ways. But if I'm going to look at it as a whole, I think on the resale side, people that want that mature neighborhood, right? Something that's a little bit more established. Somebody that wants a location. I think the resale is a really, really good viable point. Or they want, the HEBs and all that stuff already, the infrastructure built in. Now, on the flip side, the new construction is going to be a really good opportunity to get something that's a little bit more in the times, a little bit more modern, open floor plans, things like that. Take advantage of all the incentives. Try to get that monthly payment where you want to be. And really, it's an investment because the new construction eventually will appreciate a little bit more than a pre-existing home would, just because there's a little bit more shelf life on that.
If you're still unsure about resale or new construction, reach out. We'd love to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. And as always, please have a blessed day.